What is going on, guys? We're back with another video with Brad's Boss 302 swapped 04 Mustang GT. We now have an ESS Supercharger kit. I think today is the goal is to get it first fired up. There's still going to be a few things that we'll have to button up. I think we got some wiring to do. We're going to show you guys that as well with the power by the hour wiring. Show you what you have to do. We also did a battery relocation on this as well. But today we're going to try to start it. We're going to hook up the belt to the blower. We're going to put all fluids and everything and try to give this thing a first fire up. We did the oil priming yesterday, so if you want to check out that video, we will have a video up on that, which is a great idea if you were putting in a fresh, brand new 0 mileage engine, or even a used engine that's been sitting around for a while. Let's hop into it. So I did surprise Brad with, you know, this, so he had to rework his wiring over there. He's like, oh, I mounted this fuse box right here in the way of a charge pipe to go.
Yes, I did.
So we're also going to go over what you need with the power by the hour body harness. Their body harness makes this super simple. You could absolutely buy a fuse box and body harness and all the stuff from us and spend a few days stripping wires out.
I mean, I probably spent the better part of a half to a full day, even with the power by the hour stuff, just kind of reluming some of it. Like I said, I did the same thing with OG. I took the 2 wires, made them into one, ran it across into the car. I did the trans harness. Luckily, I didn't have to do the OEM engine harness because we sent that out to Nate. He took care of it and sent it back. It looks great. It's actually in that bag there. We only have to hook up, I think, 2 things, and we'll have everything work for AC. It'll run the fan. We'll have tack, all the good stuff.
Yep, all factory gauges, like a regular car. But yeah, the power by the hour fuse box I really do recommend for ease of these installs. But you can absolutely strip out a factory harness. We sell them here. Yeah, you can do it, but I don't suggest it. So Brad right now is trying to figure out the power wires to the alternator, because I did throw him for a loop because the alternator was over there. And then when this Johnny came in, if you guys haven't already seen the ESS Supercharger kit, we surprised Brad with that. That's why he has to redo a few things. Go check out that video. It's a pretty cool video. But the alternator is now over there instead of the relocated one over there.
Yeah, I just got to move a couple things around. It shouldn't be too bad. It's very similar to what we did for OG. This is my alternator charging wire. I did shorten this because it was here and I was going to have my fuse box here, but I think if I just take it, I run it to the factory fuse box and then just run power off of that, I should be fine to hook up everything the way that I needed to.
All right, so Brad is going to put the belt on for the blower. This is one other thing that I'd like to note here is we put the stretch belt. That is a brand new stretch belt. You can see the little mark there. To get these on, you actually got to tuck them around the backside of the balancer and kind of work them back and forth. I actually recommend a used stretch belt. It actually works a lot better than a new one. But you can do it. This is using the power by the hour shim, basically bracket kit. Move the AC in line with the Coyote belt system. This is Brad's stock 4.6 AC compressor. That works with that, so you have factory AC. And then we obviously use Nathan's harness to make the AC work with the factory 4.6 computer. Then on this side, everything here is as if this was in a S550 Coyote car. So we're gonna put the belt on for the blower. ESS included 3 pulleys, 3 belts. So that way Brad is all ready to make more boost when he gets the T56 Magnum. Yeah, we're gonna start it today without the charge piping hooked up and without the blow-up valve and coolant system. We're just gonna start it, fire it up, and that'll be a pretty cool objective for today. We gotta order a few different things for the charge pipes. We have kind of got an idea of what we need, but we want to hear this thing run. We'll show the wires that you got to hook up for the power by the hour control pack. Brad is running the fuel pump control from the power by the hour fuse box right there. And then we also have the battery relocation. Basically everything runs to the trunk. We got to wire up the 2 fuel pumps. We're running a dual 465 return setup. Currently deadheaded, but we do need to get some billet fuel rails at some point. We'll do a full return, but we're going to start out trying to make about 700 wheel horsepower on low boost. And yeah, that's quite the jump from the 270 in the 2 valve.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm going to play that clip of the last drive.
Oh, man.
Oh man. Alright, so we got Nathan's harness right here. That's the stripped 4.6 harness. We're routing it basically over. It's going to follow the factory Coyote engine harness. Come over in here. The middle plug on your PCM, that's your engine harness. We just went ahead and stripped apart the yellow and violet wire, which is your coil wire at pin number 13, and then pin 24, the gray wire, that's your oil pressure. So this way the Coyote can see oil pressure on your data log as well as your stock gauge. So all you do is connect either using your crimp of choice or solder. It's really up to you. We've used the crimp on these and haven't had any issues.
I just have an issue.
Well, if you forget the wire, you know, you will.
You're an idiot.
And then the AC will split off of here, go right down to the 4.6 compressor. The fan is already wired into the CCRM, and this is basically the bare minimum to get your factory fan, AC, and everything working like factory. The only caveat is that wide open throttle from there does not turn your AC compressor off, so go ahead and turn it off before you rip it. We got the water temp. The water temp went over there, down, under, and plugged into the side of the block using a few different fittings. And we get some nice coolant temp.
I just used one fitting on this one. I was able to find one that was the same size as the block opening and had the same opening size as the sensor, which produces a lot less worry for leaks. So
yep,
do that. I don't remember the exact sizes. I did find them online, and I believe I picked it up at just a local hardware store, like a Ace, Lowe's, Home Depot, something like that.
Yeah, and doing all this, your stock gauges, your stock radiator fan, your AC, everything works like factory. It's the coolest thing about these swaps, and it's what makes it so easy. All right, so that is wired, ready to go. We're gonna work on cleaning that up, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch. I gotta go, I got dinner plans with Ashley, but we're gonna try to start it beforehand. We think we got the fuel pump wired, we got the tach and everything wired, which isn't necessary for start. Supercharger has oil, and engine has oil, so we gotta hook up start stop. Which is basically your key on signal and your start signal, which we typically tap into behind the column over here, and we'll also plug in the gas pedal as well, so we can go vroom vroom. But I think we're just going to use what, power probe?
Yeah.
So the power probe will allow us to see. So there's two important things. Brad learned his lesson on OG, but the important thing is, one, you have a key on signal, you have a start signal, but your key on signal cannot turn off when you key forward, because remember, your accessories and all sorts of stuff will turn off when you key forward to give you the most, power for starting the car. But you need your ECU to have power while you're trying to start the car. So that is the most important thing, and I think that's one of the most common issues people have when wiring this stuff in.
So that should be key on, right?
Yep, that's key on. Key forward. You got constant. So that one right there is a good key on source. That's going to be good for the power by the hour control pack and PCM. And then we just have to find the key forward and we should be good to go. All right, Brad, can you point out to me which one is the wire?
It's the one that kind of comes out and goes up.
The yellow wire.
Yes.
But there's a few yellow wires there.
They actually are taped together in the harness, but that one in particular is the one that I read power off of.
Yep.
You know, and turn the key.
A power probe is a great idea to be able to check before you go ahead and wire it in.
Test lights work too, but
yeah, test light, but power probe is the best tool ever. Changed my mind. Amazon link in the description. Then we just got to find our start signal. Then we'll be golden. Yep, that's the power by the hour stuff right there. There's one other thing we got to tie together, right? And that's the neutral safety switch.
yeah,
Slash clutch pedal.
that's these two.
Yep. So those will cut and splice together. We just like to bypass them. I don't know. It's not the best idea, but
I mean, if you like having the safeties, it's not a problem. But
it's super easy to wire in. Just I have personally, and he's only twisting these together, so we can start right now. All we have to do is crimp those together. But I personally like being able to reach into the car and just flip the key and it starts. You just got to make sure it's in neutral. Now, if you were doing this for like a customer car or just, you know, whoever, you would want to hook up the safety switch.
okay, so
And those are labeled from Power by the Hour. So that says key positive, and then one says start.
yeah, which start we should be pulling off of should be this guy here. Or
The orange one.
I think it's white with a red tracer.
Oh, wait, with a red tracer. Where's your key?
That should be enough to make contact.
Ready?
Nope.
Okay, key on.
Alright.
Ready?
Yep.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, what color is that one?
That's the white with red tracer,
White with a red tracer.
which you actually cut, or I cut, from the harness in the engine bay.
Oh, okay.
You can use that from the factory if you want.
Are you ready? No fuel leaks? The battery dead? Maybe the battery's dead?
Is the starter bad?
Or the starter could be bad too. Brad, don't forget your grounds, alright? It wasn't the starter. He forgot the ground. It's alright. He's getting nervous over here. Ready? Ready. Go! Hold on. I didn't tighten it all the way. It runs! It runs! Do you hear the blower?
I heard the
And then I didn't tighten this all the way because it stinks. Dude, it runs!
seemed like the pedal really slow too.
Yeah.
pressure's right about 55.
Yeah. It works! Alright, how are we going to turn it off? Here, I'll do this. Or not. Woo! That's why you don't use those style couplers. Brad, close out the video.
I'm speechless. I'm super excited, super happy. Just a few little things here and there. I did, I guess, miswire something, so the PCM, ECM, ECU, whatever you want to call it, it actually has constant power. So because of that, my fuel pumps are running because they're off the trigger on that. So we'll just have to rewire that, come back with all of the hoses and set up power steering, bleed the brakes, fill the transmission, weld the exhaust.
Woo!
Oh no, is there anything else I'm missing?
That's it.
Yeah.